We've got a bone to pick with you. Hey everyone, it's Pearlescent Toys back in today's video with another Marvel Legends action figure review, and today we are taking a look at Marrow from the brand new Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave. A highly anticipated figure. Lots of people within the community have been clamoring for this character to be made, and we finally have her, but will she live up to expectations? Yeah, you see that? I'm building a little bit of tension now in these videos. Once a member of the Morlocks, a community of outcasted mutants, Marrow has the ability to manipulate bone growth. Alright, but without further ado, let's get into the review. Created by writer Jeff Loeb and artist David Brewer, Sarah Nucky made her first appearance in Cable, issue number 15 in September of 1994. She was a part of a group of mutants called the Morlocks who hid in the sewers of New York City. She didn't appear as Marrow in that comic, however. She first appeared as Marrow in X-Men Prime, which released in July of 1995. She would cross over into other forms of media, most notably in the television show Wolverine and the X-Men and the video game Marvel vs. Capcom. Now taking a look at the sculpt and paint apps for Marrow, like the arms and legs I can tell are reused from the Shriek body mold, but I'm like fairly certain this upper torso as well as like this lower torso too are brand new pieces, and the knee joints as well, having these bone pieces stuck on them. But taking a look at the legs, it's the Shriek body mold, musculature on point here, and then we have her bones, which are just like highly detailed. These have some like brown dry brushing going on. And the bone itself, the plastic, is like a creamy white color. They're not symmetrical, which I think is just awesome. It gives these pieces a much more organic feel. Musculature. Oh. I feel so wrong for this. It's just better to rip the band-aid off. The shading in the crack. I think they caked it on a little too heavy. To me, it kind of looks like a sweat stain going down the middle of the butt. Ooh, this tricked me into being like a hinge like on the Phoenix figure. So these pieces are sculpted separately. The torso right here is placed onto the hip with no added articulation to it. Gold paint apps for this waistband going almost all the way around. And yeah, here they are just like very reflective. I love like the angularity of these pieces as well. Moving up to the upper torso, and of course the first thing that catches the eye are these bones right underneath the bust. You can see there's a lot of brown shading right here on these first few pieces. Kind of wish they didn't cake it on so thick right here and they spread it out further across the bones, but nonetheless they are sculpted beautifully. Love the asymmetry of them, and some more gold paint apps wrapping all the way around her shoulder. Looking on the back, oh wow, this is a gnarly piece. You can see her different vertebrae going all the way down, and like the bone sticking out too. As nicely as this is sculpted, the paint apps are just completely absent on the backside. From the front, you could see a lot of that brown dry brushing, but on the back, it just all disappears. And now for the arms, I would have liked some more detail for the muscles, especially considering like this is her bare arm. Wrist cuff piece, don't know if these are reused or not. And now moving up to the head sculpt, she only has the one, so I'm going to cover it in this portion. I am just amazed by it. I love the hair, these few strands hanging off, and the way it just like flows backwards. Love the eyes, it looks so realistic, it's so striking. For accessories, Marrow comes with two open C-grip hands, which are used to hold her bone swords. And I think these are just awesome looking. There's like cracks in the bones, and on this side it has that brown dry brushing. Yeah, unfortunately it's not on the inside, but like they look cool nonetheless. And she also has, you know, my favorite, mismatching set of hands. Yay. You have a straightforward one and a fisted hand. Now going over articulation, she's able to look up this much, and she's able to look down this much. She has pivot as well as some side-to-side movement. Her arm is able to move up this much, rotation at the shoulder, upper bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow that allows her to bend in this much, and your standard wrist hinge allowing her hand to move up, down, and twist all the way around. She has a mid-diaphragm joint that allows her to bend back a really great amount, but she doesn't really go forward all too much. Pivot and side-to-side movement. Her leg is able to go up this much, it's able to go out to the side this much, and go backwards a pretty good amount. Upper thigh swivel. A double jointed knee that allows her to go back this much, and her foot goes this far down, this far up, and she has ankle rocker pivot. And now on to size comparisons. Here we have her next to the only other figures I have from the wave so far. We have Fabian Cortez and Husk, as well as Extreme X-Men Wolverine, Cyclops and Jean Grey, Callisto and Storm, Rogue and Nightcrawler, Love Triangle and Secret Wars Wolverine, Beast and Colossus, Deadpool and Hydra Bob, Darwin and Morbius, Stanley and Squirrel Girl, and finally Baby Wolverine, Jeff the Landshark, and Spider Ham. Alright, time for my final rating and my overall thoughts. I think I'm going to give Marrow here a final rating of 8.5 out of 10. I won't lie, I kind of went into this review with low expectations. However, the figure just like kind of blew me out of the water. Like, I am thoroughly impressed with what they were able to do with this. Of course, like minor tweaks here and there would have made the figure a whole lot better, but as it stands, it's a pretty fun figure to pose. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, that'll do for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below what you thought about the figure. I would love to see your guys' opinion. And while you're at it, like and subscribe and share with a friend. Anything you can do that will support the channel, be greatly appreciated. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye. And it all like, just like, oops. She's able to make, now going over articulation, she's able to bend her head. Oh, like that one dude from, X-Men Evolution.